Live from WTOC, the Southeast News leader. The News Now starts on WTOC Plus.
Well, thanks for joining us this morning here on WTOC Plus. We're going to get right over to your forecast with meteorologist Andrew Gordon, because Andrew, not too bad outside right now.
Yep.
Wish we had a little bit more sun, but it sounds like we're expecting some changes later in the week with some potential rainfall.
Yeah, the opposite of sunshine. We've got rain coming in tonight and a Friday. Friday looks very damp across the region, but we do need the rain. Let's take a look at your forecast here. And showing you the coverage of rain really goes up. And I mean, 80s conservative. Pretty much everybody's going to get rain as we go into tomorrow. Looking at what we've got right now, not much in the way of moisture. We've got a spread of temperatures, 59 Hilton Head, 71 Brunswick. A lot of us in the 60s right now with those mostly cloudy skies. And everybody also, even if it's by a degree or two, warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. The wind, another factor today, a little bit breezy today. You can see those clouds over Chatham County. That's the Southside Savannah, the Cary Hilliards sky cam. And these temperatures, they're starting to go up here. We're in the 60s now. We'll be in the 70s just after lunchtime and keep it mostly cloudy through the afternoon as well. Rain chances start to creep up after we get past that mid-afternoon time frame. Temperatures in the 70s again as we go through the afternoon, 60s for the immediate coastline. You go in even a couple miles, it starts warming up. You lose the influence of the ocean water. But looking at your temperatures through the afternoon, notice we start to see those rain chances creep up here into the evening, mainly for our northern areas. So let's take a look at it. Wider view. I'm going to show you where the rain's coming from. This is 5 p.m. future radar. Shows most of our areas specifically pretty dry. That moisture starts to come in here for northern areas as we go overnight and fills in those gaps as we get closer to daybreak tomorrow. More of that rain going to be rolling through day part of your Friday into the afternoon, and then even seeing the chance for those showers to cling onto the coast after sunset. So this is not a quick moving front with that rain being around. That's why we're forecasting higher rainfall totals. Could have a 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rainfall over the next couple of days. We'll take it. We need it. I know it's not necessarily the most fun to get that on a Friday when people want to go out and about, roads are damp, things like that, but it is beneficial rainfall for us. Next few days, seeing the best rain, not just over the next 3 days, but the next week being on Friday. Of course, hard to imagine why not after you just saw the future radar, but we should dry out a bit there as we progress through your Saturday, get into Sunday. Nicer conditions. It will be colder in the morning, 40s for your Sunday morning, mid 70s in the afternoon. And then overall, I am predicting above average temperatures as we get into, a week and a half from now. Solidly into March at this point, looks warm. So no first alert days, anything like that. Just know that we do have that very solid, healthy rain chance for your Friday. And Judah, I'm going to do this again at noon, and you are going to be in there with me, right?
That's right, yeah.
Right. First time we get to do the noon show together.
Yeah,
so.
Hard to believe. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll have another look at your forecast coming up in 55 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be
I got to
be
pre-read the
enthused.
show too.
Yeah, you're a busy guy, so I'm going to leave you to it.
Sounds
good.
good.
But got another forecast for you coming up. Make sure you watch noon so you catch Jude as well.
Sounds good. Thanks for the plug, Andrew. See you in an hour. All right, we're going to continue with our top stories here on WTOC Plus. We're going to turn over to the Crime Watch because 2 men are facing charges after a McIntosh County inmate escaped a work assignment. This happened on Tuesday night. The McIntosh County Sheriff's Office says 47-year-old Michael Joseph Concannon is an inmate, and Jerome Ford helped him escape. They say while Concannon left his work assignment, he left with Ford, who was waiting in a vehicle. Law enforcement later stopped that car on Highway 251. Ford was driving, but Concannon was not inside. Investigators thought he was at a Darien hotel, but they didn't find him there. After a multi-agency search through the night, crews found Concannon around 7:30 yesterday morning. The sheriff's office says he was hiding in a marshy area behind the Dudwoody Plantation neighborhood. Well, happening today, the Guyton City Council member who resigned after being indicted on fraud charges is scheduled to appear in court. Theodore Hamby is scheduled to have a criminal plea hearing in Effingham County today. Hamby was arrested back in March 2025 and later indicted on 3 counts of financial transaction fraud and 2 counts of making false statements. A GBI investigation showed the charges stemmed from misuse of a city credit card. We will have a presence in the courtroom, so stick with WTOC for updates this afternoon. In state news, a University of Georgia assistant professor has been removed from campus after social media influencers accused him of pedophilia A group confronted that assistant professor face to face. Yasmin Olsen with our sister station in Atlanta went to Athens last night to find out what the university is saying about this incident. Take a look.
UGA sent a letter to their campus community saying they've launched an investigation and that they've spoken with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation as well as the social media influencers involved. A confrontation caught on video has gone viral, showing a group of social media influencers approach a University of Georgia instructor, accusing him of pedophilia. On Tuesday, the Street Sweepers Unit and Atlanta social media citizen journalist Hood Anchor confronted the man with printed out screenshots of alleged inappropriate conversations he had with what he allegedly believed to be a 14-year-old. In the video, the instructor is heard saying he made a mistake. The group behind this, the Street Sweepers Unit, is Athens-based, and they find people they believe are child predators.
Knowing that these people are getting away with these things kind of like made us want to do something as a community.
The university sent a letter to their campus community calling the allegations deeply troubling. They say the school police department is aware of the incident and they've spoken with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. The group says they give law enforcement a heads up before they confront anyone.
We never really try to take the law specifically into our hands, but we do want to let the community know that these people are out here. This is who this person is. Don't trust these people with your kids.
And we are not identifying the instructor because he has not been charged. Meanwhile, the GBI says at this time they are not involved in this case. In Athens, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.
Well, under the Gold Dome, Georgia state lawmakers are considering a bill that, if signed into law, would block access to body and dash camera footage that shows somebody dying. Supporters of the bill say it protects family members from having to relive the traumatic event if it's released online and ultimately goes viral. Opponents have countered that by saying the video released in the cases of Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd led to reform, arrests, and offenders being held accountable for their actions.
If we never saw the George Floyd tapes, if we never saw the Sandra Bland tapes, if we never saw any of those tapes, Fernand Castillo, it's too many names, too many tapes, we would still be back at square one with families hoping that this body camera footage was released so that the public can know what's going on.
The bill is still undergoing some changes, so stick with WTOC for updates. From the Capitol to back here on the coast, Savannah's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Civic Center is getting closer to receiving a refresh. The city held an open house yesterday to discuss recent developments in the center's future. The two major updates coming to the Civic Center are the demolition of the MLK Jr. Arena and the renovation of the Johnny Mercer Theater. Crews will begin demolishing the arena in June. First opened in 1974, the Civic Center has decades of cultural significance for the community. The redevelopment of the center is being planned in an effort to modernize the space while keeping in line with the center's history.
Being able to take a facility like this and bring it back to life, make it really vital and vibrant again, is in a lot of ways more exciting than working at a green field and building a building from scratch.
The Civic Center will remain open during demolition. It will be done carefully to preserve the rest of the building. Parts of the arena within 30 feet of walls will all be hand demolished. The city's plans also include building a new facade for the Johnny Mercer Theater and creating a multi-use community space. The city of Savannah has hosted several open houses over the course of the project, and residents are invited to hear updates and plans for the development, as well as provide their feedback. All right, in the Low Country, check this out. State Superintendent Ellen Weaver visited Beaufort County yesterday. She was at Coosa Elementary for a program honoring the military and the birth of America. While there, we spoke to her about how school districts are faring this school year. The South Carolina Department of Education set a goal to have at least 75% of its students testing at or above grade level by the year 2030.
Our teachers are doing incredible work in our classrooms every day. Our students are creative, capable, and every bit as smart as any students anywhere. And when we have high expectations and pair that with high support, see them achieve that full potential every single day.
Weaver also says students are showing improvements in English language arts as well as in math. Superintendent Weaver also made the trip over to Jasper County yesterday to talk to students about the state's next push, which is career readiness. And finally, this is a really cool story. A woman in Statesboro is celebrating a special milestone tomorrow. Annie Laura Wildenrad is turning 105. Wildenrad was born on February 27, 1921 in Statesboro as the oldest of 8 children. The Georgia native joined the Army during World War II and worked with the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps. Wildenrad's brave and exceptional service paved the way for future generations of women in the military. Last year, at 104, she was presented with the Award of Valor by the VFW Post 10825 for her service and impact. Aunt Lolly's family says they try to make her birthday celebration special every year. Her great-niece, Marlene Thornberry, says it's the least she deserves for being such a good and kind person.
We just want to celebrate her because, I mean, she's lived a glorious, wonderful, eventful, full life that a lot of people don't, get to be a part of, and it's an inspiration to younger generations coming up that, hey, if she can do it back then, I can do it now.
Wildenrad's 105th birthday celebrations happening tomorrow at Brown's Health and Rehabilitation. The Army veteran just moved into the nursing home, and staff members say they're excited to help honor Wildenrad for all of her accomplishments and a life well lived. How cool is that? All right, with that, we're all going to wrap things up here for the news on WTOC Plus. Ending a few minutes early because I got to go get ready for the noon show at the top of the hour on WTOC Channel 11 and right here on Plus. So stay tuned for a fresh round of stories at the top of the hour with yours truly filling in for Mike Sela. Until then, you can always check our website for the latest updates at WTOC.com. We'd like to thank you all for watching, and here's Local News Live.